Hello friends, welcome to TD Homestead. Today is Saturday, August 17th, 2024. It's about a week since we dealt with the tropical storm Debbie coming through. Fortunately, we only had a large amount of rain, won't any wind, and really didn't get any damage. The yard's still pretty soggy over this way and didn't get to, hadn't been able to mow, but those are minor problems. I know a lot of people had a whole lot worse issues, and even here in this state, some people got flooded out, but we were fortunate. But anyway, we're here in the garden today, and I got a few peppers I'm going to pick, but figured to take you along with me, and we'll try to keep this video short. Have a couple other things over here, some figs starting to ripen for us, and anyway, I'm going to get the camera turned around. We'll take a quick walk around and just look at some things. All right, got the camera turned around. Right here's a couple of our, but actually all of our variegated. We got 3 right now. This is the variegated Mineola Tangelo. I definitely need to go ahead and trim that off, and then there's a branch here I need to trim, but it's looking super healthy. Has lots of nice little short branching happening right there. That's why I'm gonna probably take this off about right there. But then behind it is our variegated Eureka Lemon, and then down there is the variegated Flying Dragon. Looking nice and healthy. Over here on the Eureka Lemon, it's got that sport that we're keeping an eye on. That this right here, you can see it's different than the rest of the plant. So this lighter colored green, that's how these leaves are. They don't have any of the dark green in them. And it's continued to grow that way the entire time. Even the branch itself is a little bit lighter than the other branches. So what I'm hoping is it'll just stay that way, and I'll be able to root some cuttings off of it and get a plant that's entirely like that, which I guess it'd be a little bit hard to tell whether it's got some nutrient deficiencies looking like that, but it's something different than the rest of the stuff here. Anyway, here one of our rooted Meyer lemon cuttings that were from November, or actually October 30th, I think, 2022. So 2 years. This one's got well, it'll be 2 years once we get here. A couple more months, so about 3 months off from 2 years. Anyway, you see it's got a lemon on it. It's the only one out of the 4 we started at that time that currently has a lemon. I see this one's got one right there that it might try to start growing. I saw that blossom the other day. And then there's the other 2 that were rooted at the same time. Back there's the Trevita oranges that were rooted a week later. So those are from November of 2022. And so everything's still looking healthy with that. That's our Wari Satsuma. You can see there, it's got bunches of Satsumas on it. I'll walk around over there closer to it here in a sec. And then the Moringa, it's still amazing me. It's got lots of nice new growth up here. Actually starting to get enough leaf I might could harvest some and use it. But this, I guess they call these the drumsticks. This is where the seeds are. That thing is 3 feet long and still hanging on there. I'm going to harvest the seeds from that so I can grow some more moringa. Right behind it, this is our oldest rooted Meyer lemon cutting. As you can see, as little as it is, that's 1, 2 there, 3 right there, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 lemons right there. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, 7 lemons on that. And this one was started in, I think it was June 2022. I think I got it on the sticker there. It's done faded. I got my notes inside, but yeah, it's about June 2022, I'm pretty sure. So from a little tiny 4-inch cutting to that, it's pretty good. And like here's the old Wari Satsumas, one in my hand. Some of them are a little bit smaller. Those won't start ripening until November, possibly December. Last year, I think we harvested them right there at the beginning of November, and they were good. One of our pineapples, the biggest one. It's looking super healthy. And you know, they say you can grow the pineapple from the top. You buy one at the store, and that's exactly where that came from. But a lot of what you'll see online, it says 18 to 24 months, you're gonna be able to get you a pineapple. Well, that one was started in February of 2022, at the end of February. So it's over 2 years old. It was 2 years old back in February. So was it now 2.5 years old? 2 years, 8 months, getting on into that range, or 7 months. Um, Still no pineapple. Hopefully we'll get one sometime soon. But it's nice and green and healthy compared to, see that one right there. It needs to be up potted and it needs some more nutrition. And we got a bunch more in here that we need to do something with. In our video where we showed you how to do it, this is actually the top we twisted off in that video, and that yellow looking one over there is the one that we had already. It was still in a mason jar of water, and we potted it into soil in that video. And this one was the top that we twisted off, and it was kind of rotted. So if you look down in here, I don't know how good you're gonna be able to see it, but right down there, that dark circle right there in the middle, my finger was just at, that was the original top, and then it died out and this grew out from the side of it. But one thing about these pineapples, if you don't up pot them, they'll get extremely stunted in their growth. This one right here, that top right there was twisted off of a pineapple a week before that one. And when we up potted, they were both put into a container this size. This one never got up potted from this container. Now, almost all of these here, I think actually every one of these came from this. So they had little pups that I took off the side and put in other containers. But even them, some of these been in here a long, long time. This one I've just peeled off earlier this year, and it's looking super healthy. That's probably one of the ones I need to work with. But yeah, so pineapples are easy to grow, but to actually get into a pineapple, it takes some patience. Let's walk around over here where the figs, and we got ginger growing. You see here, ginger in these containers. That's the bigger pieces here. Blackberry, still ain't got it planted, so it's in that same little 1 gallon container that it came from when I purchased it. But look right here, this Primark Freedom. So this is the second round of blackberries we're getting. This one right there. That was a good and ripe blackberry. Right in here, you can see there's a Violetta de Bordeaux fig that's definitely ripe. Probably should have been picked already. Let's get it off of there. Yeah, might be a little overripe. Got several more on there. Let's try it. It's still very good. Probably a tiny bit too ripe, but still very good. Like I said, these are all our figs. Well, I got one in the ground over there, and behind it are the avocado trees. And they're all looking nice and healthy. So there's actually 4 of them there. 2 smaller ones are right there. That's one of those is a Fantastic, and one of those is the Wilma. And then this is a day. And then that's our little cotto. But before this video gets too long, let's walk back around over here. Oh, here we go. I see there's a little Miss Figgy Fig. Ain't really drooping yet, but it's just about ready. It's probably be tomorrow. Let's go ahead and walk over here and look at some of the peppers we got going on. Here you go. Look at the Trevita orange. That's the biggest one. It's looking nice. Several of them on there. Be excited to taste them soon. If you look over here, I guess we'll just squeeze right on through and go in and see these. Here, it's all the Carolina Reapers. This plant's all droopy. It needs some water, but you can see it's loaded down with Reapers. Some of them getting a little overripe, but you know what? That's okay because you don't need that many Reapers. There's called super hots for a reason. And here's the ghost peppers. Tons of those in there. Same thing. I need to harvest some of those and use them. A couple of them getting overripe, but they're still producing plenty. And then behind them is the Trinidad scorpions, still producing more flowers and stuff ripening now. There's one of the insects gotten into. I'll have to get that to the chickens. That's one thing about the super hots. They don't bother the chickens none. I'm finally starting to get some peach reapers. They ain't ripening yet, but there's one right there. It's a good example of a reaper. These are the peach reapers, so they're gonna ripen up to a peach color instead of that red color of the ones that are behind it. See, we got a jungle in our pepper patch, and we have several we need to get out of there. There's a couple of bell peppers I want to get around on the other side. While we're back here, let's look. All these the Bears limes. Several of them on there. Whoop, drop the phone. See how that, hope y'all didn't, now we got you upside down. There we go. Hope that didn't get y'all all dizzy and stuff. Anyway, let's get to moving on before it gets too dark for us. Grapefruit. This is the Rio Red grapefruit. One there. And another one over here. I think these are the only two that's going to hang on for us. And then there's our trusty key lime. This is not the thornless variety, but it has been a good producer for us since we've owned it. We're going to get a decent crop there. Our Lisbon lemons, one single lemon. It's all right. It's looking healthy. And our other Meyer lemon, it's got several lemons. We've seen that. Let's look in here at these peppers before I get this video going too long. As you can see, it's a jungle. I can't hardly see what's going on in there. I need to get here and do some pruning. But I did notice right here, that's one of our yellow bell peppers. So all bell peppers will change to another color other than the green that they usually start out as, to something else when they ripen. And this type right here this plant here is ones that turns yellow. Got some that turn orange, which we haven't had any get ripe yet, but there are some peppers in there. There's one right there. It's not ripe yet. Like, you can pick it now and use it as a green bell pepper like most people do. And then these first two rows here are the ones that turn red when they ripen. And I don't got no ripe ones of those either, but there are bell peppers in there. You can see there's a nice one. So I'm gonna go ahead and I need to get some of these picked. But let's walk around here. One other thing with the peppers. So I'll show you. That right there's a Cubanelle. Normally when you pick those people use them when they're green, but when they ripen, they turn red as well. Back in here, some, I don't know, it's gonna get too jungly, but I'm gonna go ahead and pull one off. These are smaller than that one on the front. See what we end up with here. Just that one, and I'm gonna get a green one. I done broke the whole branch off. That's all right. So these are some smaller ones, but as you can see, normally people use them when they're about that color. But that's mid stage, and then this bigger one is fully ripe. And there's no heat on those. Now these behind here, I need to start picking. They range in color. They turn red, but they start green, and you'll see some in their mid ripening stage like that there, just a little more orange. But these are hot. They're sweet, but they are hot. So anyway, I think that's about as long as we're gonna make this video. Let's walk over here. That's the last little bit of tomatoes that we pulled out of the garden before we removed every one of our tomato plants. So we don't have any tomatoes growing. As you can see right down there, there's some volunteer tomatoes trying to come up in there, but we're gonna pull those. We got to get something else planted. I see something's been in here trying to dig. That ain't gonna work. I think that's the cat. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Anyway, let's go here. Before I end this video, I'll show you what I'm dealing with trying to mow. You can see those tracks is because it's kind of pulling up mud. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's all soggy here. And if you look down in there, it's wet. So if I try to ride down through there with the riding mower, it's gonna get stuck. And I can do it with the push mower, which is what I'm going to end up having to do. With that, we're going to end the video right here. So thank y'all for watching. Till next time, be kind and enjoy your day.